Hi.
Welcome to the party.
Did you?
We thought since we had an unexpected days off together, that we would come on and do some meditations and some healings. And if anybody wanted something personalized, the donation link's on the bottom. But we're definitely going to do a collective for that, just because I don't know for you guys, but the past month for us has been ridiculous. So we just thought we would come on and just kind of try to get ourselves recentered. Well, not try, but do. And also clean our house. So can you hear me okay? And then Jarrod's going to speak.
Can you hear me okay is the real question.
Oh, I think it's really about me, man.
Well, you're right next to the mic.
I'm right next to the mic. So just let us know in the comments.
If you can't hear me.
If you can't hear.
We're going to unplug the nice mic and use the computer.
Do you want to, are you in charge of sharing out everything? I mean, if you guys want to share it, that's great too. We're streaming. Oh, great. Thank you so much, my friends. We're streaming live on our YouTube channel, if that calls to you. Also in, where else did I say? Rome Wolf Runecraft. And then what did the say mistake? Oh, the Soul Tribe. Yeah. So the Soul Tribe is a private group. So if you want to go on and not have your comments all over the internet, I suggest there. And there's also Jarrod's page of Rome Wolf Runecraft, which is a public page, and then our YouTube channel, which other people. We always like to try to be in a variety of places to ensure that everyone feels safe in their sharing of their comments. So thank you all so much for joining.
We can't stream to TikTok though.
No, TikTok's a whole different thing.
But I can do TikTok live.
Oh yeah, Jarrod got up to 1,000 followers.
I had over 1,000 followers, so thank you if you were one of my followers.
Every Gen Xer is celebrating. So we're just going to kind of give a couple minutes to let everybody get settled in, and then we'll do an opening meditation, and then we'll do a collective pool for everyone that's here, and then if anybody wants anything individual, and then at the closing, we'll be on for about 2 hours, and then closing, we'll do a little healing, a collective healing too, just because we all need it. So if you want anything personalized or guidance or castings or anything, just let us know that you donated. The suggested donate is $22.22, but obviously whatever you can afford, you don't have to be held to that. That's just what I was like, those numbers look pretty, and that's what I put down. So don't feel, if you do need some guidance and that's too much, please, just donate what you can afford, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, are you pulling for the collective?
Yeah, I'm going to pull for the collective. We're going to pull for the collective while everybody gets on and gets comfy, and then we'll do the meditation surrounding that. What? That's the weirdest.
I don't
know. Anyway. Strangers in the night.
Don Warkomowski is calling me.
That's a word. All right. So the cards that I pulled for the collective, this is so apropos, I feel like, what's going on right now with the collective and ourselves. I'm sure many of you are finishing up a very important chapter in your lives. And so this is regarding this current turn from this moment now going forward. And so we've got the Fool for new adventures, coming with a Page of Cups. So lots of abundance and fun and magic and love, just like the card says. 8 of Pentacles, which is so beautiful. I love these cards so much. Look, education, achievement, hard work, and results. And then following the end of this turn you will become the Emperor. Very, very organized and steady, and being able to delegate and do everything you need to do to get it all done. So just know that even though if this past turn has been really, really, really rocky, that this next turn that we're going to be focusing on coming past this full moon with these crazy planetary alignments and Merkabahs and squares and conjunctions and retrogrades and everything, that we're really moving into a place of kind of calmness. And so what do you want to add to that, my love?
So I don't even know if people can see. I pulled Manas.
You can see that on your handy dandy hickory.
I wanted to try them, hickory nut ones. So Manas is a rune that represents humanity, and the foundation of this rune is the rune Evaz, which is the horse, and that's companionship and trust and so forth. And in this rune, there's all these different meanings that make us who we are. And I was driving to work the other day thinking about Manas and thinking about the horse of Evaz, and then of course Equestria came to mind. And I realized that the
Equestria,
six points of friendship
yes, it is.
really are what make us who we are. And I know that's the point of the show, but I never
He's
really
referring to it.
My Little Pony friendship is magic.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm going there. But there's honor or not honor, French or loyalty, laughter, magic. What's the hardworking one?
Applejack.
Applejack. But regardless, these 6 different points all really make us who we are. And
charity.
I don't think charity is one of them.
No. Need to
You're
Google it
thinking
and
of
look it up now.
rarity.
Rarity is charity. Anyway.
So it's this is remembering and knowing who we are and having confidence in that, and knowing that in times of need for the self or for others, we have the capability of accessing some of those points of ourselves. That's where the sacrifice comes into play. And Allison hates this word, but I'm a big fan of it, because sacrifice is really, to me anyway, this aspect of giving up something that helps you and needs of a way of helping other people, which is this aspect of humanity. And it allows us to show our love. And oftentimes I think that we get into a place where we feel that showing our love is weak. And it's, more important to conserve and hold that love back. And that's where the crab kind of comes into play.
Yeah.
To keep us grounded, to keep us to think about it from an opposite perspective, where we are keeping this love in this hard shell, but underneath that hard shell is this delicious crustacean that needs to be shared with everyone and can nourish other people. And when we sacrifice ourselves to do that, the greater good becomes benefited. It was really
poetic and deep.
Really long way to say that, I guess. But I think it's very much in alignment with what you were saying as well. This time of tribulation, of kind of turmoil, of chaos, we all have the ability to, rely on one another. It's on some level, and know that it's okay to give and to allow yourself to be loved and allow others to love you. Mm-hmm. And to share that delicious crab meat.
Yeah, speaking of that delicious crab meat and sharing love, tonight at 6 p.m. EDT, we're doing our monthly Glimpse of Grace Healing Circle. So if you're a healer, you want to come in and be a part of that, or just come in and receive, all you have to do is sign up on the Calendly link. It's in the events. Maybe we'll post it somewhere. I'll post it again. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm seeing all the donations come through. Thank you. We'll get that list started as soon as we get the meditation and healing underway, just so everybody can just really enjoy that. So if you're feeling that, anyway, if you're feeling later at 6 p.m., we're going to be doing our Glimpse of Grace. That's where whoever says yes goes into the galactic core. We hold sacred space to give voice to humanity and our collective consciousness for healing and release, and really just allowing to give voice, our own personal, unique frequency voices to the councils. So everyone is heard, and allowing you to receive messages from your councils or the galactic core itself, or anything of those, just to really help us through this time. We do this on a monthly basis. So it'll be 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, and then we'll do our final one for the 13 turns on 1, 1. So hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can I'll send the recording out too. So if you do sign up through Calendly and your email is send to me, or you can just PM me your email too, or DM. Is that what we call it now? I still don't even know. I can send you the email with the recording in it as well.
Could they send it to you through AOL?
I don't think that even exists anymore. I have an account.
I do.
Of course you do. Okay. All right. So it feels really good. Like everyone's settled in. So we're going to start with a meditation. If you're not familiar, we're going to just kind of close our eyes and go into a light trance. We'll do a little bit of grounding. There's a high possibility that some soul language will come through. So if you're not familiar with that, just know that soul language is a frequency that connects directly with your soul. It pretty much puts your brain into a gamma state. So it just kind of just bypasses it sort of, so your soul gets it and your heart gets all the information, and then the brain has time to catch up and process it through the humanness. And many times it's very direct and emotional, so just allow yourself to really just feel. That's what's the most important thing about being a human, which makes us so amazing. And I don't know how many of you have been following the galactic world space of what's going on, and there's so many different types of games, but there is a big overall push to really connect with your emotions. That's the power of humanity. And so the more that we open ourselves up to love and healing and befriend our shadows and doing all of that. Thank you so much, everyone. Really, really appreciate it.
And before we begin, housekeeping, if you have not given StreamYard access to your account, please do so. With because all it comes up for us, it just says Facebook user.
Or sign your name. Which
yeah,
is
either one, whatever's fine.
Because I get it. You're like, I don't want you watching me. All right. You feeling good?
Yeah.
This won't be very long, so you can just kind of tune in to relax. So just get comfortable in your spots. All these spirits are coming in. It's pretty wild. Just tune into yourself. You're welcome to close your eyes, lean back, really get yourself comfortable in your space. Just take a deep breath in and hold it for a moment and release. And do this a few more times. Hold, release. And while you're breathing these beautiful deep breaths, allow your mind to step forth and speak in full. Any checklists, worries, anxiety, stress, happiness, anything that it wants to do, process to get done, let it have its word. Just give it a moment. Sometimes we forget, because our brain is always with us, that it actually is really important. And sometimes the best thing we can do is honor it and thank it for what it does for ourselves, our bodies, our existence. And through this time of your brain and your breath, allow yourself to start noticing your body, how your spine is being held, how your hips are holding you up, how your feet may be planted on the floor. And just let yourself scan your body. If there's any adjustments need to be made, any particular tendon that is looking for attention, just giving yourself some time, a moment, a breath or two to take in the magic of this beautiful vessel that carries your spirit through this beautiful world. And take another deep breath. And let your mind's eye dip into your heart space. And allow your heart to speak. What wounds need tending? What memories need celebrating? What is yearning to be heard within? And through your breath, allow your heart to expand. Allow yourself to search even deeper and wider. Notice how far deep it goes. The depths that you may travel in your own space, in your own time. As things surface, take a moment to review them. Is it worth keeping them still, or is it time to release them? Allow them to dissolve in new and wondrous energy. Only you can decide. Allow the strength of your central sun to bring light to the darkness, to the sadness, to the loneliness. Allow your brain to grasp and showcase each and every memory full of laughter, of unbridled joy, or a moment of peace. And notice the cells in your body vibrating at this perfect frequency of joy and light and balance. Allow yourself to feel the challenges you have faced and to celebrate how you have surpassed, completed, survived, and thrived. It is not easy being a human. And yet we said yes to coming here at this time because we knew we can do it. Let yourself feel that joy and that strength and that pride. Allow yourself to call out to others through your heart, through your mind, through your soul. Light and dark. For all colors teach us how to be more whole. And through your breath, follow the chords and the threads and the stories. Notice the ones that are tugging on to be reviewed, to be researched, to be renewed and released. See yourself with me now between the no thing and the something. Here together as one heart, one mind, one breath, one soul. We once again meet in this sacred space of everything and then some. And how we come together consciously as one to begin a new chapter, a new adventure, full of love and fun and magic, to learn more, to achieve more, to continue our work. And through our dedication to ourselves, to allowing and pushing and resting and being and learning, each and every breath brings us closer to attuning to wholeness and to knowing that we are already whole. And truly, there is nothing more we need to do. It is what we choose to do. Notice those chords, those habits, those stories. Do you still want them to belong to you? Do they still matter? And it's okay if you want to keep some, even if so many people have told you it's not good for you. That's okay. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to play with shadow. 'Cause Allow your teams to come in should you choose. Your councils, those that have crossed over, the deities, the colors, the frequencies, the animal totems. Notice how they greet you, how they love you, how they support you in all that you do. And as you're doing all of these things, notice this beautiful, incredible light around you in every direction. How it's welcoming and soothing and loving. Notice as it gets closer from every direction. Notice you remembering this is where you came from and you are always home. Allow this energy to come into you completely and wholly, filling up all of those missing parts. And through your breath, allow this beautiful energy to move through you as a part of you, as you. And knowing that you can come to center at any time, that you can always rechoose, and every path leads to home. That we've come here for this wild, crazy adventure. And we keep saying yes. Allow yourself to feel the love that you are, whole and complete. Allow your mind, your heart, your body, your soul to imprint this completely on your whole being. You are the metronome. You are the star of your show. And notice how this love is endless. Notice how it connects you to everything and everyone. And even though we are together between the no thing and the something, we are still a part of the everything. And that will never change. And through your breath, choose now to come back into your body, into your vessel. Bring your messages and your healing with you. Allow yourself to feel how grounded you really are. How healing your truth really is. And how magical every moment can be when you choose to look at it. So take a deep breath and notice those fingers and toes, those elbows and knees. Let yourself shake in your body. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to us. Just take a moment. There's no pressure to hurry this part. I do want to honor our time because we are on a strict time frame of humanness.
It's weird for you.
It is weird, but it's a good thing. So we're going to start with the list, and I'm just going to go in order of the donations first. And then we'll go from there, which is so perfect. So I'm going to call your beautiful name, and then you just let me know that you're here. And our very first is Tabitha Kane. Miss Tabby, are you here? If so, let us know. And if you have a question, yes, or you just want a general or want to see what's coming up, if you want to focus on a room casting, a reading, a healing, a little bit of everything. Kelly, I can see you. We're good. I'm going to post up the things so we know who's here and who's not. Tabby's been spending all this time interviewing so many of us for the upcoming Find Your Path event in Virginia, which is just so exciting. That's in mid-November. Anybody wants to find more about that, let me know. You can also connect with a slew of the Say Unistay people, Tabby, of course, and Jennifer Wardlow, who are part of Felicity and Say Unistay as well. So there's so many of us. Dina, Jarrod's going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's going to be a wild ride.
How are we getting there?
I don't know how we're getting there yet. We just lost our other car over the weekend. So right now we're going to need a horse, I think, which is really funny. It's going to be super fun, guys. So if you're interested in learning more about spirituality and all the things like Reiki, just let us know. I can direct you to the website. We have so many amazing teachers, so many who live in Virginia and who are coming from all over the place. Tabby. Yeah, I know. I bubbled up everything. I was actually talking to our dear friend Linda last night. She's like, I just see this pink gel oozing into your house and completely covering you. The Fae are being very serious right now. And I was like, Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. All right. Wow. Mararasi toros. Mapi. Do you want me to go first? Do you want to go first? Sure. Okay, we're diving right in. These are all your spirit guides coming in, Tabby. We're like so blurred right now, right? See. So what they're saying to me, first and foremost, this is the one they want to start with, is this portal. That doors are opening. And this time is of great change for you. This next turn is really stepping in to who you've been working so hard to become, in that sense, remembering of who you are, but to really allow you the strength and brevity. They want to remind you of the limitless possibilities, and to allow yourself to really trust yourself above everyone else. As a teacher, as a messenger, as a beautiful friend. I know this last couple weeks has been like crazy for you. So they're definitely within this, as I'm speaking, is just going to be a gentle, just Reiki being sent to you to really just kind of help, calm all of that. The first thing that is stepping forth is a remembrance that you are the world and you have everything, and that you are, even though it seems a little hard right now, that you are in the midst of the beginning of your greatest success through your work of your life. And this is just the beginning, to really taking some time to really allow the communication that comes in and really view it. It may not feel or seem as if it's good, is what they're saying, but it's that it is important. And so there's going to be a change. There's a shift. I know we're all feeling this, but for you specifically, there's a shift as you're coming into much more of a leadership role within the tribe, within the tribe, within the tribe, and how really you're, I know it's like they keep showing me like this curtain, and you're just pushing aside this curtain and stepping forth onto this balcony to speak, and really allowing yourself. So right now, especially right now, this time is to really sit back and really look at and assess each and every person within your inner circle and your mid circle, your 3D life, your 5D life, and really taking stock and just seeing what's working and what's not working, and what's fitting and what's not fitting, and to allow yourself to come back to what you know, right? As above, so below, and creating that space and taking that action and that power, as you can see right there in your skills of co-creating. There's someone within your circles that has not been completely honest with you. And it feels like it's more of a struggle of them coming from a fear of rejection, because they value you so deeply. You're so loved. And it would be very detrimental to their being should you would choose to walk away, which you never would. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like a very strong connection. I'm not sure who this is about, but they're saying it's about a specific person. So as you're taking your stock and assessment with your group, take some time to notice proven behavior, as Kaylee would say, right? And not necessarily what people are saying, but how they're acting and what that means. And it feels like there's someone who needs like a little extra nourishment that you are just naturally can provide. Yeah, feel into that and who it might be, and know that it's like they're very, they're really in need of you. Because what you give them is truth and clarity and deep, deep friendship. And it feels like they're going through a really tough time. Anything else for her? Yeah, they're like, you can take a collective breath. You're going to go into a little bit of a womb period, I think. So it'll be quiet at least. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Tabby, for you, I pulled Thursaz. And Thursaz is the root of the giants, in particular the giant Thor, which is the basic definition. This is a rune of protection. It's also a rune of the beginning processes of rebuilding. This is the deconstruction phase. It's the breaking apart of things that we don't need anymore, that don't serve us, or just your life in general. And what that does, though, is it allows it to pave the way for that next phase of rebuilding and repair. And that's important, but not as important as this card. This card is corn. Corn. Everybody loves corn. So much so that we have destroyed this beautiful and sacred plant. Botanically speaking, corn just appears. A lot of plants, most plants have some sort of lineage of where they started from, where they came from, and grows up. Corn is this weird one that just appears out of nowhere. A gift from the stars, which is why it's so highly worshipped, especially in many indigenous American cultures, which is where it grows. It does. As far as I remember, it's not found anywhere else but the United States, the Americas, and was brought over elsewhere. And when you apply corn in your life and think about it from this deconstructive phase, what is it in your life that has become man-made, that has become synthetic, and no longer provides the wholeness and sacredness of what that plant stood for and what you stood for? And where can you begin to break that down and start buying organic again? It's a weird way to put it, but it's this returning to the whole, returning to the beginning of where you are now and where you should be. What places in your life, rather than resisting the deconstruction, can you allow it to happen and allow yourself to become more open and receptive to the naturalness of all of it? Mountain Goat comes forward on this as well, and reminds us that can be a slippery slope. And as long as you're paying attention to what's around you, you have the nimbleness and the capability to jump from ledge to ledge and walk on that sheer rock. because you have that discernment. But allow the release of the toxicity or the breakdown of the impurities that no longer need to be there, that shouldn't be there. I hope that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
I know you go so deep sometimes, man. I'm just like, whoa. Yeah, what a deep metaphor. Thanks. Is there anything else? So sorry.
No, I think that's it. Know that there's a protection around it, but don't be afraid of the breakdown. Return yourself to that sacred whole.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Love it. Great. Feel good?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel like it's complete. Thank you so much. Next is our beautiful Kelly. I know, and she just popped on here. So,
Let's see,
yay, Kelly. Thank you so much for donating, my friend.
How are you?
Yes, Koyana, Shati.
You're welcome, Tabitha.
Thank you, Tabby. Sending you extra Reiki.
Hi.
Kelly, yes,
There she
Koyana,
is.
Shati Reiki. Yeah.
I like these things.
You like them? They feel good on your.
Yeah. Oh.
So, Kelly, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi.
Kelly, this is really about this next turn for you. Is really about going deep within and really, really, really releasing these deep waves. They're just showing me like a river. And it's like so this is the metaphor they're giving me, right? So it's when someone walks by and they're in the middle of this beautiful park, and then they look down and they see down in like off the ravine that there's someone had used part of the forest as like a dumping ground, and the water's all got stuff in it, and there's like metal shielding and like plastic bottles and everything. And so what they're saying is that you've been so good about like going down to the depths of that, going off the path into the ravine, and really noticing that that nature needs to be nurtured within you, and how you've been doing so much cleanup. And now it's really time to move like the dam so the water can really begin to flow. And that is sometimes really scary in itself, because it really means that you're letting go of so much that has gotten you to where you are, which is incredible. And it is up to you to choose this. And so the cards that came up, the 9 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords. Now, these were all reversed. And typically I don't really pay too much attention to that, but when the cards are very specific, I do. And so this is really taking action and letting go of all of this. And you do have a decision to make, but you can let the universe, you can give that to your guides, and then you just follow your joy. Whatever small thing makes you happy, and just send it to them to deal with. This shifts you into this vibrational state of generosity, reliability, being a visionary, really moving to this like this King of Pentacles, this abundance within yourself, a steadiness of that. And what they really want to see is like, just see how peaceful and happy and calm he is, and that everything around him is really balanced. And what, they're really saying to me is, when you surrender this last piece, this part of you that's been holding on, and just keep focusing on what's really important to you, literally everything becomes released and resolved. And so what I'm hearing is with this card, this Wheel of Fortune is really, and you're doing so much of, so continue with the lift for sure. That's something, because that's like the affirmation part that's really helpful and will work fast. And allow yourself to work through these affirmations and write them around, the ones that you've already done, and write them up and put them up in places. And you're going to be doing a lot of, this, you're doing a lot of work for so many, but oh yeah, I'm so glad that you're back. This is really so much you are. It's not just yourself that is changing, right? It's also everyone around you. And so this next part, this big part, is really just every day calling in your team and saying, I'm giving you what I don't need to handle, what I don't want to handle. And I'm just going to enjoy the hill and the dogs and the turkeys and, good water and fresh food and, just really being there, tending to the land and helping it get into winter. Yeah. And so as you flow through that, it really, you're coming into this beautiful place of comfort and accomplishment. They really want you to notice the dove and to call on the dove, the energy of the dove, which is sometimes associated with Mary Magdalene, to call that calm and that peace within you, and maybe even hanging pictures of doves around your house, or playing noise, like a recording of the doves, cooing and speaking, and just really helping you nourish that joy. It does feel like this is a big moment of like truly surrendering. That's what I'm getting for you today. But there is, once again, there's still that celebration of everything that you've done and how far you've come, right? That is noticed and recognized, and acknowledged that. And, from your birth and family ancestors and from those who have yet to get here, right? You've made it so much better for them too, through the work. You had 2 doves come and visit this weekend. Okay, perfect. Well, that's definitely a sign for sure. So just, yeah. It is a big decision to make, to let go of the rest and let the cards fall where they made, and to trust in source and the universe and yourself. But yeah, of course, Lynn, we can definitely add you. So I hope that helps. You know where to find me if you have any fuller, deeper questions with that. I think that's complete for right now.
So one of the Facebook users who is named Allison Roberts.
Oh, great
was
name.
Trying to donate on there.
Oh, okay.
But it was not working, she said. So.
Oh my gosh.
Kelly, for you, I got Tivaz, Tier. If we can see it. And this is a rune that represents law, justice, represents oath keeping and promise making, as well as knowing your direction in life. This is the compass that guides us along the path.
Look at the spirits, man.
Camera's out. What?
I don't know. This has been happening. Big spirit time.
So, along with Tivaz, I got the Hunter and also Eagle. And you may think, well, none of this has anything in common. We're still blurry, but they do. This is all about skill. This is all about having clear vision, the skill set in being able to hunt, to acquire what it is that you've been looking for and hunting and seeking. And it's also an element of having clear vision. Mm. And allowing yourself to step aside from everything that's in the way and hone in on what it is that you're truly looking for, that you absolutely want and need at the same time. Eagle's message on here is create your vision, and there are elements of that in knowing exactly what it is that you're looking for. Are you going to settle for a fish because it's a fish, or are you going to have the intention and the skill and the drive to get the biggest fish that will satisfy you and your community? And then uphold yourself to that. Okay.
That sounds good.
Skill, focus,
Yeah.
and knowing what to set your sights on.
Mm-hmm. And lift will be so important for you, because that will really, because you've had a couple sessions now, so you really know your body and your mind really and heart really know. And so now that you've had that, you've passed that test in that way, is really, you're just going to cruise. It feels really good, really strong. Ow. Did she have another card?
I don't know. That was.
You just got another card, you guys.
I can't get it because I'm out of shape. And
You're not. You're so great.
watch me struggle.
I mean, this one time a week ago,
Yeah.
we did roll a car. So
It's true, we did.
thanks, Kelly.
4 times.
I know, right? Next on our list is our beautiful, gorgeous, fantastic Leonie Ray. Come on down, Queen.
Hi.
You here hanging out? Pretty sure you are.
Let me get these shuffle.
Yeah.
Laughter, kindness, loyalty.
Charity.
No, it's not.
Look it up.
It's not charity.
We're going to fight over ponies right now, you guys. She's here.
It's kindness.
Kindness is charity.
Right, but that's not laughter, kindness, loyalty, which is Applejack. Boy, she was loyal.
Your favorite character.
I love Applejack. Oh no, Applejack's honesty. Loyalty must be Rainbow Dash.
Generosity. Thanks. Kaylee's just
Oh,
I
generosity.
said
Yeah,
charity.
you're right.
I was basically right.
So kindness is Fluttershy. This is a conversation I'm having right now. And
I love it. Ooh, yashkoto ranaya. Okay. Yeah.
I still kind of want that My Little Pony tarot deck.
I know, did Kaylee have it
I
for a
think
while?
Kaylee got it.
I'm here for the My Little Ponies. Kaylee, I love you so much. All right, Leonie, let's get to it. So right now, this next turn for you, coming into this turn, is really embodying the King of Wands, which is, if you can see the words on there, it says motivation, honor, and standards and wisdom. So this is what they're saying. This is you in this next stage, and really working and being this. The few things that it looks like there might be some challenges for this, which is okay, because this is like such an important thing, is not feeling that you have a solid foundation, that you're not stable, and then there's no security. Look here, look at all your team coming in, man. This card is the, it's the 4 of Pentacles, but it presented itself upside down. So this is really just not being sure of that. And you not thinking that you have everything, right? The Chariot was upside down too, right? I know. Archangel Michael is just like, call me in all the time, every day, every moment. In my angel deck, he is the Chariot, right? The Merkaba, the everything. And sometimes I feel like we really are playing Michael's game, right? And so he's stepping forth right now and saying, really call me in. We can and study the angels and see who else it is time for justice for, right? Because you have the knowledge within you for equality and justice and balance, and allowing you to really do that. So this is not a time for waiting. This is a time of action for you too. The Hangman was also reversed as well. And so this is really about rebirthing yourself, right? You are rebirthing yourself. You are your own divine feminine and your own divine masculine. And so there is going to be a little bit of, once again, this seems to be a common theme right now for all of us, is to really reevaluate who's in your corner and who's not, who's been just fluffing you up and who really is there for you time and time again, right? As Kaylee Marie says, proven behavior, right? And now just saying this too, sometimes we all needed to go within and we lose track of our people, but when push comes to shove and when time needs to be, and when you reach out for help, or someone checks in on you, those are the people, right? And it could be that months go by, but one day they're like, hey, I'm checking in on you, or hi, how you doing? And knowing that. And those are the ones, really, really look at each person in your circle and say, okay, who do I want to be with at the end of the day? Like, who do I want to share meals with? And, I do feel like this is like the time of you really coming into the rebirth of yourself, being born again anew. Yeah, Michael's just all over this. He says, call me in and we'll do it together. See? Here he is. Okay, satisfied. We're just gonna wait for all the spirits to just be like, it's my turn. Yeah. It feels really good. It feels really powerful. It feels very rooted in reality, which is really nice. This may have to do with moving house to a place where you want to spend a lot of time, or it could be where you're at and making that more of a foundational home too, and calling your tribe to you. So whatever feels right to you is what it is. But it feels really good. Very powerful. I feel like really tuning into the core of yourself and really reveling in that beautiful void of the divine creatrix within. Mm-hmm. I'm just seeing a lot of really strong trees growing too, which is so beautiful. Yeah, they're like, how labor pains are really just so they're painful, right? And sometimes, I mean, they say sometimes growth is painful, but I'm pretty sure like growth is painful. Because even as a seed, you have to like push through all that dirt, right? When you're being born, you have to push through something that is like not the same size as you at all. So there is going to be a little bit of that, but you feel like when I lean into your energy, you feel really strong at the core. Like it's time. Like it's time. That's what I'm getting. What you got, my love?
Can you shuffle on that? Perfect. And
I'm helping.
All right. I did 3 here. The rune I got is, if I can hold it here, and you can see it, it's Kalk.
See it.
Kalk is the chalice. It's the Holy Grail, the quest, and not in the Christian sense of the Holy Grail, but this need to obtain, need to achieve something that you believe will bring you fulfillment. But there are elements of that you need to analyze. Is it truly what it is you're looking for that will bring you fulfillment? Because sometimes it's the things that we don't expect that truly will bring that to us. One of the cards I got is the Smoky Mirror. The Smoky Mirror is a concept that goes into Central American and South American shamanism, and where I heard about it first, besides this deck, was in the Neo-Toltec traditions. And the idea of the Smoky Mirror is that the mirror is a reflection of us. It's the creation of our dream, of our world. But the smoke is kind of what stands in the way, therefore distorting and making our vision blurry and difficult to see. even though we know the truth, we know what it is what we want and who we are, that smoke gets in the way and creates a reflection that we see as distorted and that others may see as completely different or wrong altogether. Well, what does this mean? This means that it's time to really look within the self, to do your best to see beyond that smoke, and that the reflection that you create is true to self, and not worry so much about what others are seeing, but focusing more on what you are, who you are, and doing the best to bypass the smoke. The animal guide that came through is rabbit.
Yes.
And this is one of the times when the card is not important as the message that's coming forward from this. And it's, I don't know if you've read The Velveteen Rabbit. If you haven't, I highly recommend it, especially in this case, because the rabbit, this is the exact situation. The rabbit sees itself as something else. And it teaches to bypass the smoke. Why are you looking at me like that?
You're just very deep today,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying it.
I'm in. So yeah, look through that. It's a tearjerker story, but
It's a very tender story.
yeah, but it is something that allows you to learn to look past that smoke and see and appreciate what it is that you're trying to create and obtain and be.
I love that. Velveteen Rabbit. Oof.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leonie. Just sending you extra Reiki and extra love. Just allowing you to really, Michael's like, call on me. Don't forget, call on me. So I guess maybe you can read Archangel Michael, the Velveteen Rabbit. That would be super cute.
I don't know if I've ever read it. I just watched it as the after-school special on Nickelodeon.
We have like 10 copies of that book.
You remember the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the first thing I ever cried at as a kid.
Yeah.
But I didn't know why. And now I have like this weird, like whenever people get rid of stuffed animals, it like makes me cry.
And they turn into real ones when they've been loved. Thanks, Leonie. You're beautiful and fantastic. Keep us posted on how things progress. Next in line, I have Lynn, if you're still here, and Allison Roberts, which is not me, even though Allison Roberts is me too.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a little strange.
Yeah,
It was like, what's
we
going on?
share names, isn't that so fun? Hers is 2 L's though, I think. Is it 1 L?
Yeah.
I guess it is.
Who are we reading for this?
Lynn, if you're still here, Lynn, just let us know. And then Allison, if you're here too, Lynn says yes. Okay. Let's do Lynn, and then Allison. We haven't gotten the donation, but don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later. It'll work out. Maybe you're just meant to just get messages, and that's okay too. So that's so good. Yay, Lynn. Okay. Yes, yeah. Yeah. Okay. The first card that they had me that they want me to say, trust the timing. They want so trust the timing. So whatever's going on right now, it feels, when I lean into it, it feels very like there's a storm brewing or there's some kind of conflict or friction. So they just said, trust the timing. It says, trust the wave that you came in on. Time is not running out. And the second card is you got the love. So just knowing your boundaries is what they're really looking at. I don't know if you're really an integral part of the Pleiades, but the Seven Sisters are also giving you a call as well. So to do some star bathing with that. What's this back one? You don't care about that? No, that doesn't matter. Okay. And to do some star bathing. And so if you go outside and you connect with the Pleiades star system, and to call those 7 stars in, they will help reawaken and align you to what it is that you need to do. That's what I'm hearing from them. The first card that was pulled is really kind of just goes in this beautiful little line, the Page of Swords. So it feels like you're learning something, you're going deeper into it. Perhaps it's education or just a knowing of new ways to be. There's a partnership in that that will help support. This could be romantic or not, but it has that same kind of gravity to the relationship. Someone who really gets you as you're in part of this learning process that helps validate your emotions and experiences. And that's really important for your this next turn. As the Knight of Wands and the Chariot come through, it just feels like you're going to take even more action with your knowledge and really start trusting your intuition completely, allowing this this movement of yourself to co-create your reality. I'm not sure if there's a divine masculine involved, but that keeps coming up. It keeps showing a divine masculine. Your team says you're a leader, so get over it. Sorry about that. So whatever you're doing and learning, it is you are meant to lead in that way. Of course, that is ultimately your choice. So you don't have to, but you do. And this leadership role is going to take some courage, and there will be challenges coming up, but that's okay because you part of becoming this leader for what you learned in this relationship is so much about that vibrational frequency. Look at all these spirits, man. That vibrational frequency will really allow like people will say you look different, or like are you getting younger, or like you're just so bright. When you step into a room, it's just power. Like I can just feel you, like this authority and this assurity within yourself. So I'm just gonna see if you're open to a little, like maybe a little clearing or healing or something. I'm wondering what. Oh, look, I'm throwing things off. Sorry, guys. Oh, look at the little smiley face. I love this one. Okay. So if you're open up for a little bit of healing or clearing or activate, what are you saying to me? Activation, a little activation, just a teeny one to kind of like help push that. If that's something that you want to do, we can do that right now too. Yeah, this will amplify your intuition, help you with your direction, and continue the breath of your starseed awakening. Okay. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to do this?
Yeah, let me go first.
Okay. Hold, please.
So, Len, for you, I pulled Year. You can see it there. Year is the rune of the craftsman. It's a rune of the hunter and focus. This is all about staying focused today. Apparently, we're involved in this. In particular, though, the aspect of the hunter that comes forward on this is understanding that for other things to live, some things must die. In which case, we're looking at, in the eyes of the hunter, of course, the deer gives its life to feed the family of the hunter. What are we giving back in return? And that's where this card comes in, Ghost Dance. In several indigenous cultures, in particular the Lakota, there is what's called the Ghost Dance. And from my understanding of what this dance was it was a very powerful and respected and ancestral calling to honor and hope that the buffalo will return to their grounds the following year, and which slowly became the buffalo returning as a whole. With that hunt, it's important to leave behind some of it. So as you are obtaining things and gathering and collecting and taking, to nourish yourself, to nourish the family, to nourish whatever it is around you that you're trying to grow and cultivate, make sure that you are leaving behind enough for others to satisfy them as well. And I got rabbit again. This rabbit's twice today, but it's not. This came forward to me as Watership Down, which I don't know. I'm on a literary thing, I guess. And one of the quotes that jumped out at me as I was looking for it is, "Men will never rest until they've spoiled the earth and destroyed the animals." And that's exactly what we're talking about with Ghost Dance is, and with year as well, is knowing what to leave, knowing how much to allow behind, to ensure that there's enough for the following year, to ensure that there's enough to feed the next village, to feed others and nourish others on that same path. We have persimmon trees where we are, and the persimmons are ripe and edible and delicious when they're rotting on the ground. However, if you take all of them, then there's nothing allowed to decompose. There are no seeds left for the birds to replant those trees. There's no food for the other critters that come by. There's no fertile soil for other plants to grow as well. And therefore, things die. So, without coming back. So as you take, remember to take only what you need, use 100% of that, and leave enough for others in return. All right.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're going to do this little activation. What I'd like to do to just make sure you're okay with it is really open up your channel to really allow this support to come through in this relationship, to really help hold that balance, if that speaks to you, and really just brighten up and tuning into your intuition, allowing that to give even more light to the direction that you want to go in to enhance your starseed awakening. And they also just want me to show you the cards so you can see the codes. This is for starseed awakening.
There's more.
There's more. Okay. And then for intuition, and then Jarrod's going to add his there's more scenario. And then we'll get started.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, never apologize.
I was shuffling and this fell out. And
I honor and respect.
Which is coyote.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Coyote is known as the trickster in many cultures. Oftentimes, coyote will continue to put things in front of you that cause you misfortune or pain in some way. And it keeps happening over and over again. One, until you learn to not do it anymore. But two, because he thinks it's funny. So keep that in mind. I feel like that's something that's been
great
happening. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, coyote is a big bird. Okay, so we'll just take a deep breath, my beautiful friend Lynn, and just allow to take what resonates and let the rest fall away. And we'll just go ahead and get started. And as everyone knows, there's always a little bit for you in here too. So just let yourself breathe. And for those who haven't experienced this type of activation or healing before, I'll be channeling different dialects, different languages of light, if in that way, through the language of light and the soul's language, to really connect and use what I call soul Reiki. That's how it speaks to me, and that's how I teach it. And allow you to really help yourself grow and learn. So Lynn, just take a deep breath. And we'll go. Okay. That feels like a really good beginning point for you. Really allow yourself to explore and have a good time doing it. There's lots of adventure coming your way. That's really exciting. Thank you so much for allowing us into your energy. Please feel free to reach out. All of you, of course, know where you can find us, but of course, you can always email hello@sayandtosay.com too, should that call to you, but you can always DM us and all that good stuff if you have follow-up questions. So thank you so much, Lynn.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
There's all sorts of your alter egos coming out.
I know, I love today so much. All right, Miss Allison Roberts, are you here? I know your team is so proud of you, Lynn. Galactic portals. I feel like so much love to you, Lynn. I feel like she is this one.
She's the Facebook user. Scroll up.
What?
That's
This
that
one?
one.
This one?
I don't think it's that one.
Allison,
I'm here.
are you still here?
Yep,
Yes,
she's
I'm
coming.
here. Great. Cool. We're also, for those of you who can hang out, we're going to do another collective healing before we sign off. And then also tonight is our Glimpse of Grace, which you can go put Glimpse of Grace in the searching for Facebook to get you that event. That'll get you the Calendly link. And you can come join that for if you want to participate or just receive, of course, all is fine. A group of healers have been meeting every month to allow humanity to speak to the core of everything. What? I don't even know how that happened. I don't understand that at all. But okay, I guess when we talk about that. Okay. Are there more of those cards in here? Was it just that one card?
Oh, there's one. More.
It's weird, guys. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go for it.
There you go. Okay, can you obsessively look for that other card for me, please? Okay, Allison. Right now, in this next turn, is really about you coming into the contentment and joy of those. I think it feels like they're saying within your soul family. Yeah, streamer, it's weird. If you do it in a new group, there's like all these silly rules now. It's annoying, but it's fine. So the 10 of Cups came through, popped up. And this next turn is about really being able to look deeply within to help bring forth a lot of shadows and work that has been coming up. This next turn is a lot of change for you. It's going to be a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of shadows, huge changes, things that you are choosing to confront and befriend in order to get you where you're going. So I'm just going to kind of go through the next thing and really like lean in and see how it all feels to you. You are deserving of joy, and you are deserving of a very strong soul family who just supports you. And I know it feels like this time there's a big shift coming. This is also going to do a lot in awakening your intuition, which is really important. But when that happens, so when our intuition really begins to open, the first thing that typically happens is all of our shadows come up. Our egregores really like step up a notch and really try to keep it the same, because everyone at that frequency that you're at right now is being nourished, right? Not you specifically, but everything that's taking something from you, right? And so that leads you to kind of making decisions outside of yourself that you wouldn't necessarily make as when you go within and you choose, but that there are other habits and patterns and programs, especially from the egregores, because they really know what they're doing, right? And so this opening up of your intuition and allowing yourself, hi Zoe, allowing yourself to really tune into that. So this next turn is so much about you coming and taking yourself back, right? And being the delegator of your own life. So what that means for you, the next steps, they're saying, is really rolling up your sleeves and doing the work, which I believe you've really started doing. That's what they're saying. There's a lot of things that have happened over this past turn, especially this past moon cycle, that has brought up a lot of knowing that there needs to be a change, and there are things that are happening. But through this hard work and education, there will be much achievement and abundance, right? Once again, this is like 8 of Pentacles, which is just such a beautiful card for that. And then once again, the Page of Cups comes up, the magic, right? More magic in your world, more fun, more love. So through this hard work that you're doing, by really diving in deep within, right? This is going to open up a whole new chapter, a whole new book for you, right? Just this is the same card we pulled in the beginning for the meditation, right? And so this is about a new turn for you. These types of changes that you're willing to make in your life, this is the time where you're starting to come into the time of doing the work that you came here to do. Okay. So this next turn is really going to push you to the limits. Okay. Because you will be choosing, should you choose, each time you choose yourself and you say yes to really getting in and looking at things and reviewing them and befriending them, because the shadows are going to come up and try to trigger you over and over again to make sure that you're healed, right? That's what the universe does. I know right now you don't feel like you have it within you and you have all the tools, but you do. Other people see it in you. It's really time for you to look in yourself and not listen to the egregores that have been holding you captive for a really long time. They're not there for your greatest good. And I know that you've made a lot of decisions and have taken a lot of actionable steps to really, for instance, getting your soul language activated. And that is such a huge part. And referring to that, because once you activate the language of your soul, you really open up your heart to your mind and to your soul, things just don't have power over you anymore. What that does also mean, and this for a lot of people who can definitely attest to this, it's 10 months of a rebirthing. It's going through like your deepest, darkest things. And it's so much work, but it's worth it, because you look back and you're like, and even in 3 months, you're like, I had no idea I could fly so high. I had no idea my life could be like this. But I will tell you from personal experience, I'm on quite a ride having my language of light reactivated and my soul's language really connected. And it will really bring forth all of your lessons that you are wanting to learn, that you've contracted and agreed to in order to heal and grow, to do the work. So you are in this alignment for it, right? But this also means that it's time for you to really, even before this, before your activation, to really sit with each and everything that comes in front of you and really take time to look at it and see it for what it is, not just the reaction of what the previously perceived idea of it was. I know that sounds like kind of vague, but you're going to be presented with these situations over and over again that are going to allow you to see what you're projecting out in the world so you can review it. And it may be something that you say to a person, or something that happens to you, or a situation at work, any of those things, but it'll have a very similar flavor of whatever the lesson is that you are trying to learn, that your soul wants you to learn right now, before you go to the next stage to be in service of others, right? And here's the thing, friends. Many of us who are here as the way showers and the healers and the speakers of truth, we come in all shapes and sizes, right? But the one thing that is very consistent as we go through our own personal transformation before we feel really good about turning around and putting our hand out and say, I can help you with that. And when you get to where I am, let's see if I can push you up so you can help me, and kind of, so we each help each other. And this is kind of the movement of the new earth that you probably have started hearing a lot about, is really coming together. And so Allison, I say this to you, that you are a very big part of it. And it is, your path is going to be very interesting, and it will be incredibly life-changing. And when you're through it, I want you to come back to this reading and say, so you can really see how far you've gone in this next turn. And I'm saying this time next year, you're going to be in a completely different place, somewhere that you've always dreamed of that you never thought possible, because you've kept saying yes to yourself and doing the work and going with your intuition and trusting and reevaluating your circles. Just like, and this is like big for the shadow time, right? It's for all of us to come together. I know Kaylee and I have been rapping about when we're going to do our next deepening within the shadow work and finding the keepers. Yeah, Kelly can attest, like that queen has been through some stuff. So healing is not rainbows and unicorns. It's really hard, because it's really hard for us. It's hard. I mean, I can speak from personal experience to know that I have damaged things and myself based on my experiences. But there lies the forgiveness, right? We've come here to learn, and those around you who really will be there in the long run, and who really your core people are going to see that you're going through a hard time and hold space for you. And so when you need them, or where you're coming and saying, I'm having a hard time, I can't express this, I'm sorry for what I said, or any of those things, I really meant this, I just didn't know. We all go through that, and we all start and pause at different places. But this next part is really very exciting for you in the way that you will it's like you're going to just unfold like the most beautiful flower. That's really what I'm feeling. So I think that the first thing you do is you sit, and I know I've said this to some other people too, is really evaluate who's around you and what they mean, and write it down and say, who has had your back when you're at your worst, when you've lashed out, when you've been calling for help, but you don't know how to say it yet, right? We all have to learn how to, like, it took me 4 years to ask for help, and it took me another 2 of my personal inner circle every day of saying, I'm not leaving you. I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for you. I love you. Right. And so allow yourself to go through that, and then go back and see, if you can, go and through your memories and through your experience and say, okay, did I really react the right way? Was that me who was even reacting? Right. And allow yourself to have all of these feelings and emotions come up, and dive deep within yourself. Because you are very loved, and you are most certainly worthy. And now is the part where you walk through the darkness to come to light. The fun part, I like to call it. It's going to be really good. Very powerful year for you. Thank you so much. I think I'm finished for now. If you have any questions, just let me know.
All right. Okay, Allison, for you, what?
Nothing. I just lost that entire deck of cards. It's so fine. Oh.
So the 3 I pulled, I've been sitting here really working with and contemplating, and I'm going to begin with the animal card that came forward, which is porcupine.
Yes.
And the message on the card says, you may defend yourself honorably without hurting those close to you. Where in your life right now have you felt threatened, felt backed in a corner when others are trying to help you, and that maybe you lashed out, that maybe you didn't see or understand the compassion and the love that others were feeling and honoring you with.
Is that like an Allison trait?
Maybe.
I do that.
I would ask you to question that and think about that, because the other card that came forward is the Beloved. And this is about learning to love and learning to feel love and experience love through others. Allowing that energy and that spirit to travel through without the resistance of Porcupine. And then acknowledging it with Os.
I love that.
Acknowledgement of the beginning, which is Os is the estuary. It's where these rivers meet. It's that connection point between where the rivers meet the ocean, and that, going into that mouth.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Allow yourself to recognize those moments. Allow yourself to express gratitude. I don't know, Gemini came to mind. So I don't know if something is around the season of Gemini for you. It could be a romantic interest. It could be a revitalization in something that's already current. Either way, it is going to allow you an opportunity to practice what you have been learning. And to put that into manifestation. Os is manifestation through action. It's the creation of things through our words and our deeds, and the ability to create. Allow that energy to flow and work with it and utilize it and study if you have to. How you respond to the love from others and how you can learn from that and reciprocate not only to other people, but also to yourself. Yeah. All right.
That's amazing.
That took a hot minute to hear, but
I hope that helps, my friend. Thank you so much for allowing us
not
in
really
the
good at
energy.
receiving. Yeah, that's a trait that a lot of us have, and it's some old programming that's left over from the days of hearing, oh, it's better to give than receive. That basically, that old adage, well, yes, it feels great. And some people really do survive and thrive and do well on just the gratitude of others. It's okay to receive gifts and things and compliments when they're put in front of you. That's something that I struggle with as well.
Slava?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep saying yes. Keep saying yes. You'll do great. Thank you so much. Love you, Queen. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Next, we've got Melanie. Melanie. Here come the spirits and the guides. Got something to say. I can feel it in your throat. Yes, Kotor. I'm not sorry.
Melanie.
Yeah. That's the hardest thing, is to receive. And it creates the full circle. And that's why we're creating this new world, right? So we all can give and receive. Wow. Okay. Hey, Melanie, I'm going to do a quick, I know your team wants me to do a quick flip on you. So are you open to kind of allowing me into your mental matrix and just do a quick little flip to allow you to really receive this message and kind of, I don't know if being okay or being open to it is the correct way, but they're very concerned that you may not be, they want to make sure that you're in a good space for it. Okay, you're okay. All right. I'm just going to do this real quick. So I know this, I already know everything sounds strange, right? But it feels like someone or something or yourself or somehow there's been put a damper on you to slow things down. So I don't know if I might just be a part of something else that's working at pieces of. So I'm just going to work on that part. Have you been feeling like foggy brains at all? I just want to make sure I'm on the right vein before I just dive in. Hi, Tian. Yep. Hey. Okay. Okay, cool. You're going to be right back?
Somebody's here.
Yeah, that health nurse.
Oh.
The home health nurse
well.
comes at 3:30, jet lag. Oh, okay. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm just going to help with that they're just like, okay, that makes so much sense. I was like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to do that. That way it'll be more energy. Okay. Okay, they're going to just take that and run with it. So that should help. You should not feel so jet lagged. Hi, Dina, beautiful queen. Yo, Dina and I are doing Awaken the Arts of Your Soul on Friday. I'm so excited for it. You can check that in the events too. All right, Melanie. Yeah. So this is you on your journey. So I'm going to read the cards and kind of channel what they're saying to me at the same time. This Page of Wands, right? Here we are with the Page of Wands, right? Communication, good news. So good things are really coming along. Whatever you've been prepping, as you can see, they're showing that you've done the work, that you've really set that stage up. This, in fact, opens up the world to you completely. Everything is within your grasp. You're going to really start seeing the fruits of your labors. You can see the words right on there are completion, reward, success, right? They're saying the knowledge of the snake, and you're really so good. You're taking these beautiful action to continue on with the Knight of Cups, right? So this quest that you're on for your life is really like, it feels really good, and it's time that you've got the foundation work done and you're energetically ready for it. There is a lot of travel and discovery and moving on and releasing of what's letting go. This could actually mean a physical move too, possibly, in that. It also could just be a vibrational frequency move as well. You're coming out of your hermit stage, right? Onto the coming from the inner to the outer, right? On this journey, you've done all this work within. So what you have to say needs to be heard. You have the keys within you of wisdom within you, and there are others that need to hear your words of wisdom. So I don't know if you are interested in doing like vlogging or blogging or TikToks or Facebook Live videos and just sharing your story in that way. And they're saying it is so much of dealing, not so much. Okay, so part of it is just helping you process through all the emotions and everything that's been going on. But really, some of it is just to help you connect to others and be an anchor in this support group. So not only are you supported, but others are supported well, and they know that there's a safe space because there's so much truth in your words. Like, you know this, when you speak, it is the truth, right? And it rings true. So I'm wondering, maybe you're even supposed to start a circle locally or a meeting group or a support group or something where people can come together over food and be together and really co-create the deepening within the community. So maybe that's part of the movement in and of itself, not actually moving house, but maybe having a different meeting in a house every month or every couple weeks or something. Yeah, whatever you've been working on within yourself and around you is really the fruits of your labor are about to bloom. Like, it's really this. And when I feel into the timelines and really kind of look at them, it seems there's like a lot of joyous moments, like a lot of parties, a lot of connection. Oh, see you soon. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
I'm hoping this resonates. They're kind of just throwing a lot at me and it makes sense. But it feels really good. It feels so good. Like, I just feel like by like the holiday time, right? Like that like that Thanksgiving-y in between, like right between Halloween and Thanksgiving, right in there. And those first couple weeks of November will really, I don't know, they just keep showing me like a jet taking off a landing strip, right? You're just going to take off and like all of these things that are really going to unfold. Okay, good. I'm so glad this resonates. It's just so beautiful. Like, yeah, this is you, Temperance. Like the magician en deux, right? Like everything's within en deux. I know it's like by two, but whatever. You don't need tools anymore. It's all within yourself, right? Queen of Wands, the Chariot. Yeah. You're in the same progression, this beautiful, beautiful progression, creating community within, equal partners, those around you, nourishing you as you nourishing them. Yeah. This feels really, really good. I know your team is saying you should be really proud of yourself, but I want you to look in the mirror every morning and every night and say, damn, I'm proud of me. Thank you, Tian, so much. Because the work that you're doing is really, it's so much about all the changing of your frequency and really allowing yourself to shine your light. Like they're saying, like people even in like little coffee shops and places notice. That's okay.
The nurse came as soon as I started making food.
The nurse came as soon as you started making food. Do we need to hold on? We have a home health nurse we might have to talk to. Hold, please.
No.
You're good?
Yeah.
Everything's okay? Oh, okay. So, hi, for those of you who don't know, we, our son, can I talk about you? Is that okay? Our son is a little harrowing journey with his health. And so we have a home health nurse that comes twice a week to help check his vitals and make sure that he's where he's supposed to be. He's got a PICC line, which goes all the way straight to his heart to feed him some synthetic breast milk called TPN. So he was just in here checking in on us, and he had just made food and wants to eat it secretly, but also doesn't want to upset the nurse because taking time is really cute.
Oh, I understand now.
You understand now?
Yeah.
Kind of told that story for my husband too. Okay, great. Love to share whenever you go. Beautiful. All right, that's my part. It feels really good. I would love to be kept posted on that. I just think it's going to be super dope. What you got?
Funny. You were talking about being proud of accomplishments and things that you do and being okay with that. Wild Boar came forward. And Wild Boar is directly related to that in helping you understand the difference between gloating and boasting. And boasting your achievements and accomplishments, something that you're proud of, and celebrating in that with others is perfectly fine. We're taught from a young age that being proud of what you do creates disharmony and discordia among those who have not been able to achieve that at that time. But they don't teach you the difference between gloating and boasting. When at an Olympic win, the two people that did not place first are still up there, still holding hands with the gold medal winner, celebrating together, even though they did not achieve the same accomplishment. They're clearly boasting, and there's nothing wrong with that. You see people celebrating with them everywhere. The gloating is the equivalent of that team refusing to that wins refusing to like shake hands with the other team afterwards, and instead pumping their fist in the air yelling, we won. That's the difference, if that makes sense. And Boar is here to remind you that yes, it's perfectly fine to celebrate in your accomplishments. It's to be proud of them, to share them with others, but also remember to know the difference and when that difference is acceptable and not acceptable. Year also came forward today.
Nice.
for you. And again, year is this rune of craftsmanship and creation, and knowing what it is that you want. There are elements of, it's directly related to the Escathi, but also the Drugar, which are the dwarves that live in Svartalheim. They are the creators of Skidbalthar, the ship that could fold up into Freyr's pocket. Mjolnir, Gungnir, Drepnir, all of these beautiful artifacts and so forth were created by them for the gods. With a story behind it, it was two dwarves that were doing it, both very, very haughty and gloating, and touted themselves on being the best craftsmen until Loki tried to mess with them. And in that process, Mjolnir came out wrong. The handle was too short. However, they were the prizes that were created were still of an amazing caliber, even though the dwarves did not feel that they were. So also keep in mind that your best work is what you need to be proud of. It may not always be perfection, but it's more about the accomplishment behind it. And I got thunder as well, and all I heard was Thunderstruck from AC/DC. So I was trying to read lyrics as well, but the lyrics weren't coming to me. But I think it's more of the AC/DC part, alternating current and direct current. Be mindful of the type of energy that you are putting into something. Direct current will not come back to you. Direct current is sent out and it's gone, and you lose that current. Alternating current, AC, creates a loop and creates a cycle, which is what you want.
Tesla, exactly.
Okay. Anyway, so there's that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Feels complete?
Yeah.
Nice. I hope that helps, Melanie. Keep us posted. Thanks so much for letting us in your energy.
Now I feel like listening to AC/DC.
That's weird.
I like AC/DC.
That's weird. I'm married. Thank you, my friend. And we've got one more, I think. I believe Tian. Our beautiful Tian said. Here it is. Yes, you can still donate. Yes, you donated. I saw you're beautiful. I just donated. Yay! All right. So Tian, we're going to round out with you as being the last for today. So we have time to do the collective healing. For those of you who have just popped on, thanks so much for joining. We're actually going to be back at 6 p.m. EDT for Glimpse of Grace. So you can find a link to that. So if you're interested in joining that, or you just want to be a part of it and then get the recording later, if you want to do it remotely or whatever, just let me know. You can always just sign up. So anyone who signs up gets the email with the recording, and you can view it at any time. You don't have to be a healer to participate, or even if you just want to receive or just want to give voice to for humanity, to the Galactic Core and all the councils, and be heard. It's kind of perfect on a little bit of a full moon love too. So yeah. So thank you all so much for joining. We'll probably be back on tomorrow. I'm trying to do a meditation every day at random times of the day so everybody can join. Just I was feeling like we're all really, we definitely need it for sure with the mayhem that's happened around our place. And we're just feeling very fortunate to be in such good spirits. And we've been so beautifully supported by this community, and we're just so grateful for it. It's really amazing. I have no idea why this keeps doing this, but I'm assuming it's just all these spirits coming in and out. It's kind of been how it's been. Yeah, shuffle.
Sorry, I hate jumping on my phone. I'm just trying.
No, I know. That's how they're talking to you today. That's okay. I can go first. Beautiful Tian. Okay, the first card that came for it, we're just going to dive right in, is the Tower card. So there's something big that's coming up. it's going to shake the way things are. It feels like you're going to come to some realizations of people or a group of people who don't really have your best interests in mind. I'm not sure what that's about. So I would definitely sit and meditate on those in your inner circle. And this is like a theme. It's so strange to me. And who in your support and in all factions of your lives, work, play, all that, and really lean into that. However, after this, it feels like it's going to be pretty big, and shocking. So it's possible that I can be wrong, and that's so great too. But usually that's typically what happens. But after this event, there's this beautiful union of souls that are in alignment with your work, who are supporting you in every way, who are your soul family. This also has maybe something to do, and inheritance they're really pointing out. So maybe there's some kind of like financial support that's coming your way for your work, which is so great, which then in turns for just more prosperity and really just keeping forth. It feels like this big tower moment is going to really help release you from the enslavement that you've been in. I have no idea why they're saying it like that. Yeah, and you just continue on. Like it's all like these are all. So you've got 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 6 and Knight of Pentacles, right? So you've got all of this abundance really coming at you after this change. I don't know if you've just been stagnant for a while. I'm not really sure, but this will be a big change, a good one, albeit shocking. And I could be getting that wrong, so it's certainly possible, but really coming into balance within your own prosperity, knowing that this is you is what they're saying. Like you really just have this beautiful stability and foundation, especially with finances. Yes, this particular card definitely does have to do with money in and of itself. The 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, I wonder if this has to do with the movement of property and coming into land or being on land and it being prosperous. Because once again, the soul family cards coming through, family, prosperity, receiving that, being able to give and receive. With the land specifically, this is showing me like having a look at the land. So I'm wondering if this all coincides with something that's going on. And then finally, just the Knight of Pentacles and just receiving the benefits for all your investments and being prosperous as you've said yes to yourself. Can you let him out? He really wants to sleep. Sorry, our dog is suddenly very curious about what's going on outside of the room. He's been napping the whole time. Our sweet baby who's 13 and a half. It's very hard to eat. It's very busy. I think he just realized the nurse is here. Let me know how that resonates. I mean, it feels like I'm going down the right path. I just want to be sure, or sit and meditate on it. Maybe you've got more for this. Okay. So you are, okay. Yeah. Yeah. This tower moment, I think, is really like a reckoning. They're saying it's like your contracts are going to shift and you're going to come out of alignment with something that you've been a part of for a while and come into alignment with the work that you're coming in. And that work will really bring your truest, nearest, and dearest in your inner circle. So it feels like people in your community or around or who will move to you where you live. So, I mean, but it's all bright and really exciting. But yeah, definitely. So much strength and love to you, my friend. I mean, I feel it's really big change, possible move. I think it's happening. And I think someone's going to give you money to do it. But I think there's part of it is where you're going to be walking away from something that you've been a part of for a while that you really enjoy and may not be what you think that it is, or may just change. Because sometimes that's right. We change, right? I'm not sure about that. So just be on the lookout and knowing that it's going to be real good. That's what I got. What you got?
I guess advice is the.
Tell me more.
So I pulled Laguz. Laguz is the rune of water, the lake, emotions, things that we associate with water. And then Boar came back. Boar is also an animal when it comes to us in spirit form and message and so forth, is a way to help us handle and deal with our emotions, especially those that are aggressive, anger, fear, hatred, all the things that eventually lead us to the dark side of the Force.
I was like, are we having a Star Wars reference?
It is a Star Wars moment, yeah. And then I also got Taming the Wind.
I love that card.
And this is what I heard from this, and one of my favorite grounding techniques that I picked up from Ryan Smith's The Way of Fire and Ice is to when you center yourself and move into a good place of meditation, is making sure that you do calm your thoughts and emotions. And there are in his work represented as the water and the stormy sky. And you're not to proceed further. You're supposed to allow yourself time for these two things to calm. And they're not to be forced. It's allowing them to calm naturally as your thoughts and emotions, and release them into the air, release them into the water, so that you can focus on where you need to be and be present in that moment. To think clearly, to feel clearly, to hear clearly, allowing all of those clairs to open properly and allow those channels to be present. And it doesn't just have to be for spiritual work. It can be at work, taking that 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure people are still allowed cigarette breaks at work. Therefore, technically you are as well. Even if you don't smoke, taking that time, taking that moment to go and allow those thoughts and emotions to clear will and can create a clean canvas to begin working on again.
It's nice.
Thanks.
Cool. I hope all that helps, friend. Please keep us posted. You know where to find us if you have any questions. And for those of you still on, thank you so much. We'll be back in a couple hours for the Glimpse of Grace. But right now, we're going to be doing a little healing. So anyone that is open to that, it feels like it's going to be in the heart and solar plexus. We'll just do a little bit. So just say yes, either to yourself or type it in to receive. And then we'll be closed for the day, and we'll be back soon. And once again, I'm going to try to do this every day, at least for this week, to just kind of be around and say hi, because I feel like I haven't seen anybody forever or been around with life. And also I need it too. I'm always in the need of the meditation. So, okay. So this is for all of us who are here now saying yes. This includes, this is also going to help our team members as well, including any councils, anybody, any frequency that's wanting this or needing this at this time. I'm saying yes to that. I'm just going to plop my hair down. And we're looking specifically in the heart space and the solar plexus. So how that feels within your, okay, good. Thank you, Tian, for that. That's so kind. And to allow you to really get settled in. And I'm just going to go in and it's just really do some work. So allow yourself to tune into that. And, we're all working together as a facilitator. Yeah, I am in alignment. So that's a great mantra to say. I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment while we're going through this. So if you just want to close your eyes and take a deep breath and release. I'm just going to tune into all the energy that is saying yes at this time to facilitate the activation and clearing and healing of the heart and solar plexus, to help bring clarity and weaving them together. Yes, tuning into the incarnational star as well. So anyone who will be also having very vivid dreams, so make sure that you journal tonight or tomorrow when you wake up. Okay. We'll begin with the heart and then we'll move to the solar plexus. So we're just going to begin with the heart right now. So just take a deep breath and allow yourself to receive, should this resonate with you. You're going to drop into the lower plexus. Suyushinya sotushi yanashus urshi anashi arshisi ursha. Okay. If for all those just joining too, we did do a meditation in the beginning, and then we're going to be doing, well, for me, I guess, every time I come on, I'm going to try to do a meditation and then a healing. One meditation in the beginning and then a healing at the end, for anyone who wants to be a part of that. So hopefully I'll see some of you in a few hours. You can catch Jarrod. I think it's going to be there too, right, babe?
I will be at scouting.
Oh, that's right. You got scouts tonight. Through your life.
And
He'll be there in spirit.
I've got my meditation circle coming up
On Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. And it looks like we're still on for tethering the channel. It looks like that's still going to be on the 15th. So anyone who's interested in that.
So yeah, if you're interested in learning some different meditation techniques,
It's really fun.
It's a 2-hour session. It's a $10 donation, and we just kind of sit and chat and learn some different techniques, learn from one another. There's a guided journey or a guided meditation experience that we all go through, and then we kind of discuss how that went for us. And
They're about 2 hours, right?
Yeah,
That's Sunday the 16th.
Yeah, it's been on Sunday the 16th. Is that right?
Yep, Sunday
Yeah.
the 16th. Lorna.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hi, Lorna.
All right, love you guys. We'll catch you in a couple hours. You know where to find us if you have any questions.
Awesome.
hello@sayunistay.com is a great place.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, ending the broadcast. See you
care.
soon. Enjoy all the love and thank you again. Yarrow.